A doubles team, then a pair of two-handers. Coming up, Australian Jason Belmonte and Finland's Osku Palermo take to the lanes in the Geico PBA Summer Shootout. Welcome to Chicago and the 2012 Geico PBA Summer Shootout. Lon McCarron with Randy Peterson. And it's a nice time to have a little picnic inside the 10-pin bowling lounge for our competition through 7 rounds. Team Storm far and away ahead of the group. 900 Global in second place. Three-way tie for third. Brunswick, DV8, and Ebonite.
Lon, I'm hungry.
Group 1, Team Storm, Columbia 300, and Ebonite. Some of the top teams here. Some of the top bowlers in the world, Randy.
I'm still hungry, Lon.
So both of Storm's two-handers teaming up for this competition here. Osku Palermo with a 9 count.
Is Weber tired? He's taking a break?
Well, come on, the guy's been working overtime.
Hard to believe that anything stands up to this kind of power. Just shreds the rack and a couple of pins in front of the 7-pin, but it's still standing.
You see more two-handed bowlers in the pipeline since these guys are being so successful on TV?
Oh, you betcha.
Belmonte now. One of 3 finalists for this year's Player of the Year award, and he gets them all, a total of 19 for Storm.
That was powerful as well. That hurt just watching the ball go through the pins.
That's what he's all about.
Take a look at this format. Doubles. 2 players throw 1 ball each. The team that knocks the most pins down, they stay in. The team that knocks the fewest pins down, guess what? They're out. It's pretty simple math.
Just like life, Dan McClellan for Columbia 300 leaves the 10-pin unless he can get the roll. No, he doesn't.
That's a great 9.
No messenger for Danny Mack. Check this out. Another great power player on our tour, shreds the rack, and then he's looking for a little help, but denied.
Chris Barnes has been nearly lights out on this right lane in previous rounds, and now he's getting a little squirrely with that 10-pin.
The interesting thing about Chris Barnes, though, is when he doesn't strike, he always gets 9.
18 for Columbia 300. Ebonite's Tommy Jones. He's bowling with Jason Couch. And Tommy with the strike.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Tommy Jones does not care for the approaches. Just seems like he sticks every shot he throws.
Well, their scores have been up and down. Couch with the luxury of having TJ strike.
Be right, baby. Yes!
Right enough. 19 is good enough to tie Storm and eliminate Columbia 300.
Columbia 300 is eliminated.
So 1 team down in Group 1. The 3 surviving teams of our 3 groups advance to the Eliminator Final later on in this show. Now, Palermo as Storm and Ebonite go head-to-head.
Help. Help.
Oh, he got the 9 with a lot of help.
Big break there. Storm's got a lot of breaks going their way in this competition. And you know what? They've thrown a lot of great shots as well. You got to have a little luck to go along with a lot of skill.
Now Belmonte. Struck on the first ball and strikes again. 19 again for Storm.
Small opening for Jones and Couch, but they'll need to throw a strike each and knock 20 down.
Tommy Jones on the approach. Jones, oh, he leaves the 10-pin now. Almost left the 7-10.
Couch needs to strike now. As Jones goes through the nose, catching a nice break as well, tripping out the big split and only leaving the 10-pin. Couch needs all 10.
Wow, a lot of hook on that ball at the end. Leaves 4 pins. That's a total of 15. Ebonite eliminated, and Storm will advance. We've said that a lot throughout this competition. Del Monte and Palermo finding out that forehands are better than two. Grip 2 from Chicago when we return. The 10-Pin Bowling Lounge in the heart of downtown Chicago in the 2012 Geico PBA Summer Shootout. I'm Lon McCarron along with Randy Peterson, and teams are running out of time to improve their seating before they go into the position round. We've seen a lot of talent on the lanes. Randy, though, some surprises in your mind. Who has overperformed and who has underperformed?
Well, I think you have to start at the top with Team Storm, and I'm not saying they've overperformed because obviously every player in this event is talented, but Storm has taken advantage of every conceivable break that's gone their way, and that's why they have a stranglehold on the #1 seed thus far. As far as underperforming, I think you have to look at Team Track. Michael Fagan and Mika Koivuniemi, two great players. Michael Fagan has towed the line for his team. It's been all Mike Fagan. Mika Koivuniemi has struggled mightily. He hasn't figured out the oil pattern. He hasn't figured out how to get his ball to strike enough. In fact, the strike percentage is under 50%. We're talking about a guy that just last season was the player of the year and won a major for $250,000. Mika needs to figure it out and figure it out quick to get their team back in the contention.
Group 2 featuring Rotogrip, Hammer, and Team Track. Three teams who need points. These are the bottom three teams in the standings. Rotogrip's Wes Malott and Brian Kretzer. Malott won a doubles competition this year with Norm Duke. And the 9 count for Malott.
See if Brian Kretzer can bail out the beast one more time, as this ball's pretty straight and pretty direct and just kind of gets to the 1-3 a little late.
Kretzer now. He has been hot and cold throughout this shootout. And he's hot here with the strike.
He's thrown a lot of really good shots, though, when his teammate needed him to. Here's just another example of what he's done throughout this competition.
Just have to put a little heat on Brian, and he comes through. And now Bill O'Neill, teammate Mike Wolf for Hammer. They're in 9th place right now. O'Neill doesn't like it, but he comes through with a 9 count.
My man. It's actually a good start for us.
I know, it's real. That's a lot. That's a lot extra.
Well, this one hits the head pin,
It really
even
is.
though he didn't like it. Almost leaves the pocket 7-10.
A lot on the shoulders of Mike Wolf, though.
The house.
Wolf, wow, goes way out there and only gets half of the pins. 14 total. Good.
Not what they were looking for.
9 and 5.
Team Track, Mika Koivuniemi, the 8th place team right now. Mika comes up big. He sees an opening, and he took full advantage.
And he heard me talking about him in the stand-up, so he's not real happy with me right now.
Well, what you say is true, though. Mike Fagan now.
6.
Fagan with a 9 count, and that is good enough to eliminate Team Hammer from this round. O'Neill and Wolf out.
Fagan's objective on this shot was just to hit the head pin and get at least 5 pins, and he did that nicely.
Malott doesn't like it. And we've seen that before with this result.
As soon as he looked down at the floor, I knew he was going to strike. There you go. He throws it, looks down at the floor, and it's 10 in the pit.
All right, his teammate Brian Kretzer. Kretzer struck with his first ball, and now just a 9 count. 19 points.
Not bad, not bad.
Now Team Track trying to get on track.
And Kretzer happy about tripping the 10 late for 9. Mika, remember, you heard me in the stand-up. You got to get it going.
Is it Mika time?
Get up.
Yes, it is. And that is a key strike for track.
He's really mad at me. I'll show that Randy. I am still Major Mika.
Fagan now. 9 to tie, a strike, and they will advance. And we will see track in the elimination final round. So 2 key strikes for Koivuniemi and Fagan, and they join Team Storm in the eliminator final. Coming up next are Group 3, 900 Global, Brunswick, and DV8. Come on back to Chicago. Welcome back to Chicago, the 12th Geico PBA Summer Shootout in the back. Buckingham Fountain in the center of Grant Park, dedicated in 1927. It is one of the largest fountains in the world, Randy.
Yeah, and it was also the opening to that famous sitcom, Married with Children.
I do recognize that. Go to PBA.com and you can pick up official PBA jerseys just like your favorite PBA pro wears.
Got to come out with a Lon McCarron jersey.
There you go. All right, Group 3, 900 Global, Brunswick, and DV8. 900 Global in second place now overall. Brunswick in third, DV8 in fourth. So a meeting of the monster teams. Here's Missy Parkin.
My hook.
Parkin needed a little more hook. She comes up with a 9 count.
That'll work.
9's good if your partner can back it up with a strike a lot of the time.
Robert Smith now won the 2000
Oh,
U.S.
God.
Open. Doesn't like it. Wow, and he goes all the way across the river to Brooklyn and gets the strike.
Somebody had to replace Ronnie on your team. Sorry, guys.
Still bagging Ronnie Russell because he threw a couple of Brooklyns.
Still counts for 10. Maybe doesn't get you karma points.
And you don't make too many friends doing that.
Team Brunswick now. Ryan Simonelli, the big left-hander, has been so smooth throughout this competition, just like that.
We haven't seen him in a while. Loesch has kind of taken over for a couple of rounds with Team Brunswick and Sean Rash, but here's a mainstay for Team Brunswick, this guy right here.
Chris Schinkel, PBA Player of the Year. And Sean gets them all as the Player of the Year. Should do. 20 for Brunswick.
Come on, Deuce. Make a pitch.
He did a lot of this season.
You think?
I know. I was there.
All right. So now another two-hander. We saw Brian Valenta earlier in this competition for Team DV8 in fourth place right now. Valenta with another strike.
And another Brooklyn.
Right at 15, man.
We do it. So that counts.
Boys are having fun.
Can't you say, I meant to do that and it's okay?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Pro would never say that. Never admit to that.
Mike Machuga. Machuga hits hard on the head pin and comes up with an 8 count.
And they are eliminated.
Yep, an 18 not good enough as they have a 19 and a 20 before them. Machuga coming up just a pin short. So they'll take a seat. Missy Parkin now is 900 Global and Brunswick are left. Parkin somehow gets them all this time.
Hit him thin and watch him spin. It's exactly what Missy does right here. Just that subtle ball reaction down the lane. She can keep the ball on line and nice and direct into the pocket.
Not really PBA highlight material with these strikes, but they're getting them all. Smith. And there's a Big 10.
That was highlight material.
It was indeed, as Smith's strike maximizes Parkin's strike. So 20 now for 900 Global, putting heat on Brunswick. Step one for Brunswick and Simonelli is get this strike. Pressure moment for the young bowler, and he comes through.
Great shot for Team Brunswick and Ryan Simonelli. The balance and position of that young man at the foul line is as strong as anybody's in the game.
There you see, Rash must strike to earn a roll-off. Hook! And that's not a Player of the Year shot. 19 and Harkin and Smith for 900 Global will advance to the Eliminator Finals. Coming up, we'll see 900 Global taking on Track and the scoreboard leaders, Team Storm. Stick around back at the Geico PBA Summer Shootout. Inside the 10-pin bowling lounge in Chicago, getting ready for our Eliminator final round. Here's our Geico Championship recap with Randy Peterson.
Group 1 was all about the two-handers, one from Australia, one from Finland. They take down D-Mac, Chris Barnes, Jones, and Couch. Then in Group 2, just when we were talking about Mika having to step up for Team Track, guess what? It's exactly what he does. Him and Fagan advance. And then in Group 3, it's Missy Parkin and Robert Smith all over Team Brunswick and Team DB8. This team almost perfect as they eliminate two powerhouses and move on to the Eliminator round final.
And we are ready for that finale right now. The two top teams and the 8th place team. Here, the 8th place team, Mika Koivuniemi and Mike Fagan, Team Track. Mika with a stubborn 10-pin.
And Track desperately needing points. Mika steps up and leaves the shaker 10 going a little bit light, but this is back-to-back consecutive Eliminator round appearances by Team Track. Now they're just looking to take it all the way for a 12-point victory.
Fagan struggled in the singles, but has been rock solid in the doubles. And he comes through with a big ball here. 19 for Team Track, the 8th place team in the overall standings right now. And now 900 Global. 2nd place in the overall standings, Missy Parkin. 9 seems to be her number.
Well, whether she hits them light or hits them flush, it's either a shaker 7 or a 10. Pretty good shot right here. See how down and in that is.
Robert Smith trying to pick her up with the strike.
Come on, ball.
He says it needs help. And there's that stubborn 7-pin. 18 for 900 Global. .900 Global needs some help from Storm and this man, Osku Palermo. Palermo with an ugly ball, and he got 2 extra at the end.
Well, it's been kind of an adventure for Osku Palermo. He's gone through a lot of different equipment. He has not gotten locked in and has not found the pocket consistently. Talk about a huge break. There's one right there.
Palermo forcing his teammate, Jason Belmonte, to strike to stay in this match. Jason has been up to the task most times, and he is this time. So Track will sit on the sidelines for the moment and watch 900 Global and Storm do battle.
This was a magnificent shot. You could see that he changed his cadence going to the foul line to lower his ball speed.
Missy Parkin from 900 Global. And Parkin with a beautiful strike.
Good one here. Again, the down and in line. This ball goes a little bit more flush than the last ringing 10 on that lane now. Can her partner match it?
Robert Smith.
Come on, carry.
Smith comes up too short.
Could be trouble now. That's 18.
Move in the earlier hooks.
If Osku makes the right adjustment on the left lane and makes a good shot, it could be all she wrote for 900 Global.
Big moment for Palermo. Wow, look out. Palermo misses the head pin. 7 and out.
We'll have to throw a shot.
And boy, the top team now eliminated. They earned 7 points for that third place finish.
That ball got on the ledge there and just never recovered.
Team track back to work now against 900 Global. Mika Koivuniemi. And Mika gets the 10-pin to fall for the strike.
This team's really stepping up when they needed to most. Mika Koivuniemi giving it a little launch and some airtime and kicks the 7-10 out.
Yeah, he got the chop block on the 10-pin.
Yeah, a little karate chop there. Now he's hoping Fagan does the same.
Come on, Mike.
And Fagan does indeed. So a big 20 for Team Track coming through in the clutch. Big moment for 900 Global, the second team overall right now. Parkin needs a strike. Just as simple as that.
One time.
One time, not this time. 9 and out for 900 Global, and maximum points for Koivuniemi and Fagan for Team Track. And they have won the Eliminator round number 8. So a big win for the 8th place team over the 2 powerhouse teams. Missy could not come through with the strike. Max points for Track vaults them into 5th place with 42 points. Storm's result guarantees them a spot in the stepladder finals. 900 Global still in 2nd place, but so much more left to be decided in this shootout. Team Storm or 900 Global could have taken that final, but the underdog Team Track zoomed up the leaderboard with that win. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. More of this Geico PBA shootout coming up.